You see this fucking thing? Oh, you so need an age check to chat. It only takes a moment. This new feature Roblox is rolling out is designed to prevent predator interactions with little kids. But you want to know something? Want to know a little secret? This was not needed, and actually, we could have had a universe with Roblox in it without this being a feature, because they're the ones that started this problem. And now they're trying to fix it, but the way that they're doing it is not gonna fix it. Few details. Let's check your age so that you can use chat. Take a selfie. We use it to estimate your age, nothing else. This helps make chat safer for you and everyone. But you wanna know something? These websites, listen, I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, but if these websites, even if, it's a Roblox app, if any of these websites, any of these apps ask you to take a selfie, you have to be aware that now that's logged into their system, all right? Now, I'm not a tech person. I've never taken a robotics class. I can barely code. I'm incompetent in that field. But I do know that if a data breach happens and your information is in that, it's going out. And, if you want to give it to Snapchat, I understand, because Snapchat, you use your face all the time. It's one of those things. But Roblox, you don't need to use your face for Roblox. You don't need to give that information. And if they're asking that for you, that's weird. You don't need to give your face to be safe on the internet. And I don't know why they think so. And then also, because they're using AI, they're training it on quote-unquote normal faces. Let's say, what if you're a late bloomer? One of Hamination's guy? What if he wanted to play Roblox and they asked him to check his age? He's aging up, but when he was 17, he looked 12. He looked like a baby, a goo goo gaga baby, when he was a teenager, and he sounded like one too, but he wasn't. He could, he was about to drive, all that kind of stuff. So, it's rigged. And then the other end of the stick, what if somebody's real young and they look ancient? What if somebody has burn scars or, a facial deformity or anything out of the normal? You can't use AI for that. AI does not have eyes like we have eyes, all right? You know what I'm talking about? It's stupid. And it shouldn't be a way to detect age because it's not very accurate because people look like different things. I know family members, somebody very close to me in my family is 50 and she looks 30. You can't use AI for that to detect age because it's very hard to. It's like when you're in class and you're trying to tell if your teacher is either a fresh, what's it called? A fresh, just graduated single, Pringle, or married, 30 years old, and 3 kids. It's just one of those things you can't tell, and then you can't even use AI for that. But I think the issue is that Roblox is only doing this because they're trying to reverse their mistakes, but also avoid the reason why they made their mistakes. You can have an online platform with less predators, less, pedophiles, less, bad stuff. It's gonna happen. It's an online platform. People are unpredictable, and they will breach, privacy and safety and all that kind of stuff. But there's ways, I believe, that you can solve it. Make a more dynamic Roblox chat filter. The previous one is very notorious for being terrible to use. You get blocked, you get hashtagged for saying yes. That's a common one. Or certain things like numbers. There's ways to get around phone numbers. So investigate that. Get people to watch public servers and see how they evade the chat and then fix it. There's ways to do that. What else? Managing, avatar items. I get it's a very big catalog now that they have UGC. But even then, have like better checks on UGC. I'm sure there's many unemployed people who want to look at Roblox. Like, you don't need to use AI to replace that, because how is an AI gonna detect if an image is safe for work or not? Like, UGC, because everybody can use it, then you get copies of like limited, so you get inappropriate stuff, all the bodysuits and stuff, and then it makes femboys look bad too. There probably is a way to do that manually. Because if you allow those, avatar items, that gives them the incentive to use them in the inappropriate ways. And then, you got the condos. The games where, I know my argument's falling short. The condos where, all the predators come and they're like, "Hey, kids, you want to come in my bedroom? Yeah, let's go make some children in a Roblox game." You let those run free. That's dumb. There's ways to prevent that. Have a filter. Hire more people to check, what's going on. I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure of it. And what's going on with that safety officer? What's his name? Matt something? That man is bullshit too. And every time that people ask Roblox, "Hey, blah 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 blah, this issue that you are facing, how are you gonna handle it? How do you feel like it?" And he just avoids the question. He's like, "Well, no, her safety is actually pretty cool, if I do say so myself." And he's avoiding the question, which is making it worse. Sorry, my thing got cut out. What's making it worse, I'm probably just gonna play a game while I'm talking. New update. What's making it worse, I'm probably just gonna go in prison life, fucking prison life. What's making it worse is that, they banned Schlep, for, hunting predators, for keeping the platform safer. And they're like, "Oh, you directed them off platform. Oh, you directed them off platform. You're so evil." Is it still recording? Yes. But, I don't know. He was doing good. He got these predators arrested. And if that meant they had to, because, he wasn't the one that suggested Discord. They were the ones that suggested, "Hey, let's go on Discord." He's the one that, when they direct him off platform, he's, using a bait almost. But it's not a real person, it's him. He's using himself as bait. And that, gets them to meet up, and then they get arrested. Wouldn't you want somebody, because he works with the police. Wouldn't you want somebody who works with the police to help you moderate your platform? You should not be this worried unless you're guilty. If you're letting this slide. Meep City. Oh, dude, I remember Meep City. I would play those little party games. I'd be in the FNAF roleplay ones, and I'd enjoy it, but then there would be freaky people. Roblox let that slide for way too long. Turns out the creator, what's his name, Alex Neutron, he was a freaky deaky wiki. Why'd I just say that? Freaky. He's a freak. And they let it slide for who knows how long. Teddy, when Teddy got into the RDC, I think it was RDC, he was a well-known condo creator. He kept pumping it out like children. It was condo games for children, but he, pumped out a bunch of those condo games, and Roblox was like, "Oh, we're gonna ban you, and then we're gonna unban you, and then we're gonna ban you again, and then we're gonna unban you again. It's really cool." That doesn't make sense. You know that he made those games. Do you think he's gonna change just because he removed certain beds? No, he's still a freak. He's still a freak. And I understand, you like people to change, but you're also a corporation, and that's different. And sometimes you have to take certain risks. And that risk includes getting that kid off the platform. No, that adult off the platform. It's just, because it's no longer just games. People make money off of that. People, make channels off of that. People make careers off of that stuff. And you can't just be like, "We're gonna let predators everywhere." It's almost as if though they treat all numbers as good numbers. What I mean is that, well, these predators still play Roblox, are still very much addicted, so it's still more good numbers for us. That's not the way to go. It's kind of like attention. This is very far-fetched, but, Jojo Siwa. She does anything to get the spotlight. She went from lesbian to podcaster to trad wife. Anything to get attention. But that's not always good attention. Sometimes she's caught in fire. Not literally. Sometimes she's like, people flame her on the internet and call her all this stuff. Oh, I'm getting shanked. But you know what? She's trained to believe all attention is good attention, and so she'll take it any way she can get it. Maybe this is the same way for Roblox. All players are good players, even if they pose a threat to the minors. But they overlook the fact that they can be sued. Isn't there a suing thing going on right now? Like, Schlepp is teaming up with Chris Hansen, the guy who catches predators, to, make documentaries on this, talk about it. And there's, like, a lawsuit. Who is it, Louisiana, the state that's doing that? Like, they're going to be sued. And eventually they can't keep paying it off and ignoring it because, like, that doesn't look good. And then a bit ago, what's his name? David Baszucki. Wasn't he at like some presidential thing trying to win his side on the government or something like that, or trying to make himself look good? If you want to look good, well, unfortunately, this is the current government's shit as fuck. Fuck as shit. Wait, huh? It's just bad. Okay, but if you want to win the support of the government, why are you openly letting this game be run with predators? Because it doesn't have to be that way. You don't really see that issue with other games. There's voice chat. I know there's a filter on voice chat. Make it harder to get voice chat. Well, I like doing that, I like, using it. But at the same time, if you have that issue, keep it ID-based. Because, some is going to take their mommy's credit card and use that. But less of a chance than people going willy-nilly. Because you have people, little kids like, oh, I'm on voice chat. Oh, I'm getting shanked by the same guy again. Great. I'm not 5 years old. I'm actually, 15. Loose gamer cool. Top 5 reasons why I hate noobs. And, they just got on there basically for free. I forget what you need for voice chat. I think it's just like an email or whatever. Or a phone number. That's so easy. Take it back to the ID thing, honestly. Because I really, unless that you're nervous about your data and you're older, what am I saying? Yeah, turn it into an ID thing again. I don't mind losing voice chat if it means for a safer platform. But overall, I think it's just better moderation, and then don't ignore your issues. You own up to them. I can get how hard it is, but the difference is I'm a person and you're a corporation, and you have money, you have stocks, people that, invest in stocks. Stocks is a whole other issue. You can't just be like, oh, I didn't say anything. You guys are all crazy. I'm just gonna ignore the whole entire thing and then keep promoting that our platform is safe and we hold accountability. No, you do not take responsibility. You do not. If you did, you would address all this stuff, give reasonings as to why Schlepp was banned, and not from bullshit stuff like directing them off platform, working with the police. Like, that's stupid. Okay? I'm losing my mind. But that's just what I have to say. I don't know why I decided to open Roblox, because I'm not even doing anything. But, yeah. I just think if you want a safer platform, if you want to be out of this hot water, you get better on moderation, remove weird features, I forgot to mention those public emotes. Roblox, are you mental? Are you mental? Roblox. If you know your platform is full of predators and freaky people who, go in and out of other people's Roblox avatars, I believe Forsaken even added, I would like a feature where it resets you if you do that, give them back shots. If you know that people are freaky, why would you add public emotes? That just makes everything worse. Oh, cute cat girl bending over. No, they're getting ready to be fucked in the ass. Okay, you're crazy. That should never have been a feature. I don't care if people want fun emotes, because they know that they're going to be freaky people. And there could be a way to avoid this, but if their moderation is that bad, where all that stuff is allowed, I don't think there's a point in having it anyway. I just feel like David Baszucki should be investigated. Matt Kaufman should be investigated. Some of the upper level Roblox employees, you are now one of my elite employees, should be investigated, because it's that shouldn't be allowed. You can't just walk willy-nilly and let this shit happen. I think they should be investigated, because they can't be running this thing if it's just gonna go to shit like that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Take this what it will. It's not scripted. It's not planned. I just opened my phone up and started recording. Yeah.